months and spent the whole year trying to grow my YouTube channel by myself. Y'all, that is it. You can do that if you want, or else you can be right over here in a safe space like ShopTalk, connecting, collaborating, growing your channel. I'm gonna go ahead and drop my channel link again. Y'all, the party is on the landscape feed. If you must use your mobile view, the vertical stream, that's fine, but you won't be able to share out your channel link with other potential viewers that you can then convert to subscribers if you're putting out your best content consistently. So friends, let's have it. The desktop view, y'all, the desktop view is always going to open up on what you see here, the dashboard. This is Kendi K's dashboard. When I open up YouTube Studio, it's always going to open up into this full desktop edition of YouTube Studio. Y'all, if this is your first time getting there, check it out. Go to studio.youtube.com. You log in once, and then you're always logged in on that same device. If you use the same device and you're mostly logging in at home, it really is going to save you a lot of time. But friends, you know that this is your YouTube Studio and your analytics for your YouTube channel, because you can always look and make sure by looking up in the upper left-hand corner, you're going to have your profile image right there from your channel. And then underneath that first column, y'all, that's what I call the menu. That is our table of contents for YouTube Studio. Where do you want to click and go? Click and go. Now, I intentionally grabbed some screen captures early so that I wouldn't be busy having to use a zoom in, zoom out feature. I just did some quick visuals, pulled them together so that we would be all ready to go and just flow. If you do have any questions as we're going through learning more about the full capabilities of just the dashboard, and then you know where we're going to go, then we're going to go deeper and deeper in the remaining episodes of Shop Talk. And we stream with 3 live streamed episodes each week on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and the Sunday Sunrise Edition. But before we go anywhere, y'all, let's just talk about that dashboard. Let's talk about the 4 columns of the dashboard. Did you even know that this content was arranged in 4 columns? I know, right? And now that I've shown you the 4 columns, now you won't be able to unsee them. You won't be able to unsee them. So the first column right under your channel pick is the table of contents. It's the menu, so to speak. Where do you want to go next? It always is going to land on the dashboard as soon as you open the full desktop edition of YouTube Studio. It'll land. That's the landing page, the dashboard. And then you can go look at all of your content, your long format videos, your live streams, your playlist, and even your shorts. Because I'm monetized, I'm fully monetized now, I'm able to also look at my memberships at a glance. And actually, when I click on that earn tab, that's where I go in and can see the information. You get my content detection that lets me know if anyone is stealing my content. And y'all, one thing you have to know, from 87 episodes of Shop Talk, Kendi K is not new to this. I'm true to it. And so, friends, my content detection, you will have it too. But my content detection is real, and on and popping. Yeah, imitation is the best form of flattery. And so, y'all, I'm completely flattered with all of those who are trying to duplicate Kendi K's content. But y'all already know, can't nobody be Kendi K but Kendi K all day. Y'all already know. Don't play with it. Don't play with it. Welcome in, Deep Sway. I see you, friend. But thank you. I'm glad we're coming in super clear. Thank you for letting me know that. And y'all, when you get to column number 2, that is where, y'all, I did tell you this is a real screen capture from Kendi K's desktop, the dashboard of my YouTube Studio desktop. And Kendi K in that second column, y'all, at the top of that second column, always look there first. Okay. Kendi K has a real live actual channel violation. I was given an official community guideline warning. It was not a strike. It's not considered a strike, but it is an official warning. If it happens again, it's going to be a strike against my channel. And how does that go? 3 strikes and you're out. Okay. Now, friends, let me tell you what I got that strike for. And I've got a video coming up about it as well. But to make a long story short, I got a strike for replaying someone's music. If you know anything about the gospel world, we lost one of our gospel greats, Richard Smallwood, the legendary Richard Smallwood. We lost that gospel great. And I was doing a live stream tribute to the Richard Smallwood. And in doing so, playing some clips, intentionally playing clips of his music, not playing whole songs, but playing clips. But apparently I did not have myself, because you are allowed to give reviews on content. So it's not like I couldn't play the clip or couldn't even play the whole song, but you do have to make sure you do it properly. And I didn't do it properly. Okay. I could file an appeal on it, and I think I have grounds for an appeal. But if I lose the appeal, it turns into a copyright strike, and I don't want that. It's not worth the fight. So that warning, that official warning, will stay up there for a period of 90 days, and then it falls off as any kind of, blemish on my channel. And it's definitely is not a copyright strike. It is an official warning. And so I'm just waiting for the 90 days to pass. Yeah, rest in peace, Richard Smallwood. But I wanted you all to see that. I think it's important for you all to see that as content creators. Now, as a non-monetized creator, y'all, be careful with the music. It is not worth it. It is not worth it. And I will tell you, pretty much YouTube will allow you to use all that music, right? It's going to tell you that this is copyrighted music. You cannot use that on your channel. But because you're not monetized, they're going to let it play, or they're going to suggest that they'll help you to automatically remove it, right? They'll do all the things, and it doesn't become a problem until you're monetized. And then you're going to end up with a whole bunch of strikes on your channel. Like, as soon as you turn on monetization on all of your content, it's going to strike within the hour. You're going to get all kind of copyright strikes. So y'all, be careful. Practice good, responsible, ethical content creation ethics now, before monetization. Okay. Before monetization. And again, I was aware. I knew that I was playing snippets of Richard Smallwood's music, but I thought I was handling it in the same way, because in the correct way, in an ethical way, in sharing his passing, sharing fun facts about Richard Smallwood, really taking folks down memory lane, because he has a catalog of over 2,000 pieces of gospel music. One of the largest catalogs I've seen for an artist of any kind. And we lost a great with Richard Smallwood. But friends, so again, I thought it wasn't that I was trying to not honor the music catalog of Richard Smallwood and its copyrights, but I thought I was doing the proper number of ways to ethically share that content as part of a review or feedback. And according to YouTube Studio, because it's supercomputers, it's not people who are evaluating this. Now, if I had appealed, then a person or persons associated with YouTube would review that more carefully. But the supercomputers said that it was not being handled properly, and they gave me a warning. And I had to do some training. As well. But anyway, I digress. But they always will put those right up there at the top of columns 2 and columns 3. By column, I mean vertically going up and down. You can count from left to right, and there are 4 columns. When you open your full desktop edition of YouTube Studio, YouTube will have 4 columns going down. And right now we're talking about what's happening in the second column. That second column will also give you at a glance, what I call an at a glance on your latest content performance. Whatever was the last upload that you did. If it was, in my case, it was a live stream from earlier today. But if that was a long form video, if I had had a premiere, if it was even a short, whatever your most recent content is, in column number 2, you're going to get an at a glance on how many views you have on that, how many comments you have on that. And these are now comments and the replay video on demand, because after you do a live stream, you have comments, and then during the live stream, and then it starts a whole new set of comments on the video on demand, the replay mode. And then how many likes you have on that content. Y'all, so speaking of likes, if you're liking the vibe, please subscribe, and don't forget to give us some positive engagement on this episode 87 of Shop Talk. We're learning all about how to read our YouTube Studio analytics, and I strongly, highly recommend that you use the full desktop edition of YouTube Studio, because it looks like this, right? So if you've not been using the full desktop edition, then you're just missing a lot of good analytics on your channel. And then the top of the third column also gives you, when I first got that channel violation, and it's been about 2 months already, friends. When I first got that channel violation, it gave me information about that channel violation in the top of the second column and the top of the third column. They're putting it right there, front and center, so to speak, letting me know. And celebrating one of my newest achievements that I achieved last month, during the month of February, 3,000 subscribers. And if I want more information about that, I can click those words, view analytics. And then as we move on down the third column, you see that you get an update on your subscriber count. And it says, I'm so glad to see that green underneath there, that is over the past 28 days, I have increased my subscriber count by over 1,000 subscribers. Y'all, it happens. And let me tell you why it happens. Because once I hit 2,000 subscribers, I could feel and visually see the YouTube algorithm working in my favor. The YouTube algorithm is kind of like it just turned up the heat a little bit on my channel in a good way, And I, at the same time, y'all, I started doing a more consistent schedule and honoring my regular viewers and subscribers and members of my channel by making sure that I gave them a schedule for Shop Talk, Tuesdays, Thursdays, and the Sunday Sunrise Edition. Yes, I work full time and I'm just a part-time content creator, but I began to get more consistent. And I think all of those things. Now, this is not the only time in the 2 years that I've been a YouTuber that I have gained greater than 1,000 subscribers in 28 days. It happened again right around the time that I had my 750 subscriber party. It happened again right about the time that I had my 750 subscriber party on the road to 1K. That thing, I shot through 750, and then y'all, no joke, I had a subscriber party on a Sunday celebrating 750 subscribers, and by Monday night, the 750 subscriber party was on a Sunday. By Monday night, I had over 1,000 subs. And I continue to amass greater than 1,000 subs. Y'all, it just churns. It just churns. It just churns. It just churns. It is possible. It is absolutely possible. And I can feel the algorithm working in my favor. And y'all, it feels good. And so it's the thing that makes me stay committed to the process. And it always helps when you're steadily adding subscribers. Yeah. And then in the last column, I love column 4 too, because column 4, all of all 4 columns of the dashboard, the YouTube Studio dashboard, are curated for you as the content creator, and they're especially specifically curated for you, your analytics, and your channel. And so because I'm now monetized, it's letting me know about all of the spring commissions that I can earn. Okay. Now that I'm able to tag products, I am now a YouTube affiliate. They have given select YouTubers with less than 10,000 subscribers, that's certainly me, friends, certain subscribers who meet the criteria were given early access to be a YouTube affiliate and to tag products. I suspect, friends, it's because of all of my grocery hauls. That's part of my lifestyle channel. I do much more than just Shop Talk. I love Shop Talk because I did not, the first year I was on YouTube, it took me in that first year, I didn't even, at the end of that first year on YouTube, I did not even have 100 subscribers because I was truly doing YouTube by myself and largely wrong. Okay. There's a right way and there's a wrong way to grow a YouTube channel. And if you do it the wrong way, you're almost making moves against yourself. Okay. But once I got connected to a safe space, met some other YouTubers, we've been able, that's what Shop Talk is, friends. It's just creators helping creators. Okay, Jackie says, I wish YouTube allowed the live streams to show the captions so that you don't miss anything. Now, I have been more purposeful to try to make my content more accessible, particularly my long format content. But thank you for sharing that as a comment, Jackie, because I will go back and make sure that on the back end, at least for the replay, I will make sure that captioning is in place. I can go back in through YouTube Studio and check on the captioning by clicking on language. If you notice in column 1 there, it has dashboard, that's the default view, content, analytics, community, that's where you can see all the comments that you need to respond to for all of your videos. And then underneath that is languages. Languages is where you go in and you can do the captioning. YouTube auto captions all of your content for you, but you might need to go in and tweak it and make sure Candy K all day is spelled correctly and things like that. And then the viewer can enable captions. The viewer should be able to enable captions on their device so that they can see those captions. Thank you. My pleasure to make the content more accessible, because the more accessible I make my content, the more viewers who are able to access my content. And those viewers can then, if they like my vibe, they can then subscribe. It's as simple as that. Yes, my most recent content on my channel prior to Shop Talk, live streaming right now, has in fact been my live stream that I did earlier today, and it was a car chat. It was, in fact, it was a great car chat. Thank you to those who came into that stream. Gemini Divas reminding all of us, go ahead and hit that like button. So let me finish up here. Let me tell you what's happening in the fourth column. Fourth column to me is where YouTube and the YouTube Partner Program, the monetization side of YouTube, and the YouTube Community Program, that's the channel program. Friends, that is where they talk back to you. That's where they give you the news. That's where they share that they have some known issues going on. If you're getting a lot of glitches, if your subscriber count shoots down to 0, and that's happened before, they'll tell you that they know that there's a known issue, they're working on it, but you can always find those updates in column 4. Down in YouTube Studio. So if ever anything is going on with YouTube and it doesn't seem to be right, you're like, what is happening here? Always check that fourth column in YouTube Studio in the full desktop edition. That's what I do. And sure enough, more often than not, folks, good YouTubers have already reported those problems, and the YouTube supercomputers and the humans behind it, they will also notify and send you out information. And those alerts, sometimes they come in our emails, but you're probably going to see them first in the fourth column of YouTube Studio. And what Minds is sharing with me, info for me as a monetized channel, is showing me all of these rates I can get and commissions I can get for products when folks click my product links. Y'all, just clicking the product link helps me and sends positive signals to the YouTube algorithm. So if you're not led to make a purchase, don't. In this economy, I would be really wise with my dollars. I sure am. But what you can do to support the channel is just click those products and get more information about those products. Get familiar with the process, because once you become monetized, you're going to be able to offer products on your channel as a YouTube affiliate. And then, y'all, the Creator Insider are always good videos. And it says this week on YouTube, it's letting you know where they are with different phases. They always do beta tests. Sometimes they're looking for folks to join up on things and partner with them. Um, this is where I saw where the YouTube CEO himself in 2025 said, if you want to grow on YouTube, you want to begin to use the art of collaborating with other great creators out there across the globe. Remember, YouTube is a global social media. Absolutely. Y'all, this is Candy K all day, and this is Shop Talk. We're understanding and learning how to read those four columns in the YouTube Studio dashboard. And now that you've learned the four columns, you won't be able to unsee them as four columns. Now you know what information you're going to find in each column. And notice that above that fourth column, if you go straight up in that fourth column, what you're going to see there, friends, you're going to see the bell. That's your notifications, the same notifications you might see if you're using the YouTube Studio app. And then right next to it, you're going to see that black diamond shape. I call it a diamond shape or shooting star shape. And it's black until you hover your mouse over it, and then it turns the brightest fuchsia pink, one of my favorite colors, shades of pink. Friends, that's where you access Ask Studio. That's how you get to the Ask Studio, which will help you to analyze all of your content. So don't forget, that's what we learn here on Shop Talk. And I am going straight to the chat so that I can add my channel link in case anyone wants to connect with me. This is Candy K all day. Thank you all for being here for this episode of Shop Talk. We'll be back again on Sunday. Thank you for being here. Let me put some of your comments on the screen. I'm glad that you are gaining something from episodes of Shop Talk. And yes, this is our 87th episode of Shop Talk. I want to welcome in all these content creators. You're in the right place at the right time. Welcome in, Jackie. I see Sandra James using her custom emojis for being a member of Candy K's core crew. We want to welcome in Doses of Shawnee. And Grant's faithful GLP-1 journey. So many content creators joining us. Thank you all for being here. And there's Shamika's Entrepreneurial Diary. Welcome in, friend. So friends, once you have taken a look at the dashboard, as you can now see, there is so much information that you can gain about your channel just by being in the full desktop edition of YouTube Studio. That's called the dashboard. But then if you go from the menu on the left, if you click on content and you go down one to content, you can pull up specific analytics about any of your content, be it shorts, long form videos, live streams, playlists. I even have courses available to me, friends. Let's take a look. If we go deeper down beyond the YouTube dashboard and we look up, here is some of my recent content. It is some of my lifestyle content. Y'all know I'm on week 2 of my Zep-bound GLP-1 journey for weight loss. I'm 9.5 pounds down on day 6 of week 2. I could not be more pleased. Could not be more pleased. Y'all, so check out my lifestyle content. And so here are those analytics from that content. What you can see here is that so far 250 impressions, not a lot of impressions, y'all, especially considering the 8.4% click-through rate. Yeah, I'm super pleased to see that 8.4% click-through rate. But still just 250 impressions on it. Again, that lets me know, even fully monetized, I'm still a small content creator. The bigger channels, the bigger you are, the bigger your channel, the more impressions you'll get. And from that, garnered 41 views since published. So it's respectable. Could it be better? Yes. Okay. The biggest thing for me takeaway here is the thumbnail click-through rate, meaning that folks, there's something about Candy K working out, and I'm using my highly detailed cartoon avatar there. Pretty proud of the video, so to speak, getting to see more of Candy K in my lifestyle content. But y'all take a look at that graph below that. This is what you see when you go down into YouTube Studio using and click on any one of your recent uploads or any one of your uploads, because YouTube Studio houses your entire library of content, your long form videos, your live streams, your playlists, and your shorts. And so I'm pretty pleased with that, but just letting you know what you can get to down in YouTube Studio, friends. So we had a 8.4% click-through rate on that piece of content, that long form video. And according to our chart there, that is a strong performance by all accounts. Visually, the title and the thumbnail along with it are leading folks to the content. What you can do as a viewer, as a member, as a subscriber, what you could do if you're checking out the content on your mobile, you can hit that hype button. The hype button is only available to you from your mobile view for content put out in the last 7 days. So y'all check out my content. And even my live stream from earlier this morning, it was two lifestyle content. Y'all check out that content. And don't forget to hit that hype button. If you're viewing from your mobile phone, you get 3 hypes a week. You get 3 hypes a week, and the hype program is only for small YouTubers. And so in order for me to get good impressions or more impressions, meaning my thumbnail being put on devices all over the world, I need your help. I need you to hit the hype button when you see it. And I love doing it. And you can sometimes, if you're paying good attention, it'll let you make a post immediately and said you hype this fabulous creator. I love that. I love that. I love that. Let's welcome in content creators. Thank you, Gemini Diva. Yes, 9.5 pounds today. And this is just my second week, y'all, on Zep-bound. Can I tell you that I'm super pleased? And I recognize that that won't always be the case, but I'm enjoying seeing the scale move in the right direction. We want to welcome in Director Smart. Welcome in, creator. We want to welcome in Low Carb Queen. Hi, Shayna. Hi, friend. Welcome in, Shayna Janelle. Ooh, look at this. Look at this creator. Grant's Faithful GLP-1 Journey says, I only use the full desktop edition of YouTube Studio. That mobile version is too limited. It works on the go. But friends, if you really want to up your A game as a content creator, you have got to be using that full desktop edition. I saw Kyle vlog. I was over with Kyle this afternoon. He had a live stream going, and I noticed, Kyle, it looks like you got your new tablet, and he was in his landscape view on his tablet. Love that from you, Kyle. And we want to welcome in D Bossway. Welcome in, friends. Sandra James says that she's had an experience with getting a copyright warning. And then if you do it again, it's going to be a strike. And that the strikes stay on your channel. Friends, don't forget to check out this thumbnail that you see here, GLP-1 Real Talk, is our Monday night GLP-1 panel on the lifestyle content side. For those, the panelists are folks who have experience with GLP-1s by taking Zepbound, Mounjaro, Ozempic, Wegovy, or Rybelsus. If we have different phases of the journey. Candy K is new. I'm just week 2 taking Zepbound. And we've got some folks now joining the panel, like Harsharina Net, DeBossway, who is on maintenance. We've got Grant's Faithful GLP-1 Journey, who has reached his top dose on his GLP-1. You'll have to remind me, friend, which GLP-1 you're taking as a type 2 diabetic. We've got the Low Carb Queen. She is part of that Monday night GLP-1 panel. She is taking Ozempic. Y'all, I promise you, I'm in your live streams, but I can't remember. So friends, y'all, the GLP-1 thumbnail that you see there has a click-through rate of 7.1. Again, 7.1, 8.4 are very high click-through rates. Anything close to 10 means that the YouTube supercomputers are pushing you out, and you can help the YouTube supercomputers to push small content creators out to wider and wider audiences by putting more views of their thumbnails on devices. Those are called impressions. You can help that process along by hyping the content, letting everybody know that small content creators are putting out great content as well. Y'all, what you put out into the world is exactly what you get back. That I know for sure. Friends, here is our creator habit of the week. Use the YouTube Studio full desktop edition. Y'all, if you want to level up in 2026 as a YouTube content creator, go ahead and make sure that you are fully utilizing the YouTube Studio full desktop edition. That mobile version of YouTube Studio doesn't give you a lot of information. The more information you have, the more data you can use to drive and make good decisions about your channel and getting your channel to move in the right directions. It allows you to review your performance on your latest videos. Where do we find the performance on our latest videos? In column 2, and then also at the bottom of column 3. It allows you to monitor your comments. Do you have comments outstanding that folks are waiting on you to reply back to them? Friends, we know that that's the best way to grow not just a channel, but to grow a community is by responding in a timely manner to viewer comments. Absolutely. I told you, I set a timer a couple times a day because it's such a low effort. I love being able to interact with my viewers, my members, my subscribers. So I set a timer for 15. If I only have 10 minutes, I set the timer for 10 minutes. And I'm going to use this 10 minutes to respond to my viewers, my subscribers, and my members of Kendi K's core crew. Absolutely, I do that. Mm-hmm. So many creators coming in and chiming in to this great discussion. And again, you can also see your watch time for the past 28 days. Where are you with watch time, with watch hours uh, on for the month? You can find that in column 3 from the YouTube Studio dashboard. And y'all, which column should we look in YouTube Studio if we want to find out if there are any glitches going on, or if there are any technical issues, or if there's breaking news from YouTube? Where should we look in the dashboard for that? Let me see if y'all were listening in carefully. Would that be in column 1, column 2, column 3, or column 4? Well, look at there, friends. Look at here. We've got a new member coming back to join us. It's Patty's Kitchen, Garden, and more. Thank you, friend. Thank you for re-upping. You have leveled up in 2026, y'all. Patty's Kitchen, Garden, and more, y'all. She just scored. Was a member on our channel, and thank you for every time, every month. I'm just super pleased every time a member continues their membership. And thank you, Patty's Kitchen, Garden, and more. That means so much to me, friend. Thank you, friend. Patty won in February. She was our February winner because she was a member of Kendi K's core crew. And so she scored that great pound cake baking package, including a Wilton Bundt pan. Y'all, Wilton is the best in baking brand for bakeware. She got cake flour. She got lemon extracts. She was supposed to get vanilla extract, but they were out. They sent me a message and they were out of her vanilla, her McCormick vanilla extract. But I will try to ship it to you, Miss Patty, because they did give me that option. And she got Baker's Joy, the flour infused baking spray. She got everything she needs, including 7-Up, to do her pound cake if she so chooses. Now, Miss Patty is a lady of a particular age, y'all, because she was over there fixing eggplant that looked delicious today, and she made her own tea. I forget what was in it, but it looked gorgeous. She steeped her own tea that she made herself. She made the tea, y'all. She made the tea. Oh my goodness. She had a little tea party over there. And y'all, early this morning, y'all, Miss Patty was over there. I had made homemade peanut butter cookies. You already know Kendi K is subscribed. You already know Kendi K is subscribed. And I see it. Breaking news is on the dashboard. It is, but where is it on the dashboard? Sandra James Living It. She said it's in the far right column. Gemini Diva has it. It's in column 4. Friends, where do you go when you want to find the menu? When you want to get around to all the other sections in YouTube Studio? What column has the table of contents, the menu? Which column has the table of contents or the menu when you're looking at the YouTube Studio dashboard? Look at all these friends welcoming back Patty's Kitchen Garden and more. Yeah, you didn't know YouTube Studio, the full desktop edition, has a menu? Friends, Alice and Matt, thank you for being here, friend. Sandra James says first column. Gemini Diva says first column. Shanae Janelle says first column. Yep, column 1. You friends have it. Thank y'all for being here. Thank y'all for being here. This is Kendi K all day. And y'all, with that, we're getting ready to come down from this place. It's time for the channel parade. Got all my favorite channels here in no particular order. Well, I thought I did. Let me hold up. Wait a minute. We want to thank D Bossway, Harjarina Net for this beautiful music.
It's that time again, we shine again. From Memphis to the Northwest wind. It's love, it's life, it's every day. Kendi K all day. Morning like coffee in hand. Making moves with a master plan. Simple things make the spirit stay. We find our joy in the everyday. Keep it real, that's the only way. More than love and all you make. From real breath to dreams that play. We glow up in our own state. We live it, we live and we vibe it. Good food, good love, we thrive it. Every gem she drops, we find it. Our way, Kendi K all day, Kendi K all day, yeah, Kendi K all day, yeah. She got a southern heart, that PNW flow. Ain't no stopping when her light gon' show. Every smile got a story to say. She's building peace in her own way. Love the journey, not the race. Every season got its grace. We rise, we pray, we stay unapologetically stay. We live and we vibe it. Good love, we thrive it. Every day she drops, we find it. Our way, Kendi K all day. Kendi K all day. Yeah, Kendi K all day. Every meal, every dream ain't as simple as it seems. It's a laughter, it's a team, building life on self-esteem. Yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah. It's that time again, we shine again. From Memphis to the Northwest wind. It's love, it's life, it's every day. Kendi K all day. Morning like coffee in hand. Making moves with a master plan. Simple things make the spirit stay. We find our joy in the everyday. Keep it real, that's the only way. More than love and all you make. From real breath to dreams that play. We glow up in our own state. We live it, we live and we vibe it. Good food, good love, we thrive it. Every gem she drops, we find it. Our way, Kendi K all day, Kendi K all day, yeah, Kendi K all day, yeah. She got a southern heart, that PNW flow. Ain't no stopping when her light gon' show. Every smile got a story to say. She's building peace in her own way. Love the journey, not the race. Every season got its grace. We rise, we pray, we stay unapologetically stay. Living, we vibing, good love, we thriving. Every she drops, we finding our way. Any K all day, any K all day, yeah. Any K all day, Every meal, every dream ain't as simple as it seems. It's a laughter, it's a team, building life on self-esteem. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. It's that time again, we shine again. From Memphis to the Northwest wind. It's love, it's life, it's every day. Yannick all day. On it like coffee in hand. Making moves with a master plan. Simple things make the spirit stay. We find our joy in the everyday. Keep it real, that's the only way. For the love and all you make. From meal preps to dreams that play. We glow up in our own city. We living, we vibing. Good food, good love, we thriving. Every gym she drops, we find it our way. Kenny K all day, Kenny K all day, yeah. Kenny K all day, yeah. She got a southern heart, that PNW, though. Ain't no stopping when her light gon' show. Every smile got a story to say. She's building peace in her own way. Love the journey, not the race. Every season got its grace. We rise, we pray, we stay unapologetically stay. We living, we vibing, good love, we thriving. Every day she drops, we finding our way. Kenny K all day, Kenny K all day, yeah. Kenny K all day, Every meal, every dream ain't as simple as it seems. It's a laughter, it's a team, building life on self-esteem. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. It's that time again, we shine again. From Memphis to the Northwest wind. It's love, it's life, it's every day. Yannick all day. On it like coffee in hand. Making moves with a master plan. Simple things make the spirit stay. We find our joy in the everyday. Keep it real, that's the only way. For the love and all you make. From meal prep to dreams that play. We glow up in our own state. We living, we vibing. Good food, good love, we thriving. Every gym she drops, we find it our way. Kenny K all day, Kenny K all day, yeah. Kenny K all day, yeah. She got a southern heart, that PNW, though. Ain't no stopping when her light gon' show. Every smile got a story to say. She's building peace in her own way. Not the race. Every season got its grace. We rise, we pray, we stay unapologetically stay. We living, we vibing, good love, we thriving. Every day she drops, we finding our way. Kenny K all day, Kenny K all day, yeah. Kenny K all day. Every meal, every dream ain't as simple as it seems. It's a laughter, it's a team, building life on self-esteem. Yeah. Oh, it's that time again, we shine again. From Memphis to the Northwest wind. It's love, it's life, it's every day. Candy K all day. On it like coffee in hand. Making moves with a master plan. Simple things make the spirit stay. We find our joy in the everyday. Keep it real, it's the only way. Pour it up and all you make. From real breath to dreams that play. We glow up in our own state. We live it, we live and we vibe it. Good food, good love, we thrive it. Every gym she drops, we find it our way. Candy K all day, Candy K all day, yeah. Candy K all day, yeah. She got that southern heart, that PNW. Ain't no stopping when her light gon' show. Every smile got a story to say. She's building peace in her own way. Love is turning out the race. Every season got its grace. We rise, we pray, we stay unapologetically stay. We live and we vibe it. Good love, we thrive it. Every time she drops, we find it our way. Candy K all day. Candy K all day. Yeah, Candy K all day. Every meal, every dream ain't as simple as it seems. It's a laughter, it's the team, building life on self-esteem. Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's that time again, we shine again. From Memphis to the Northwest wind. It's love, it's life, it's every day. Candy K all day. On it like coffee in hand. Making moves with a master plan. Simple things make the spirit stay. We find our joy in the everyday. Keep it real, that's the only way. Pour it up and all you make. From real breath to dreams that play. We glow up in our own state. We live it, we live and we vibe it. Good food, good love, we thrive it. Every gym she drops, we find it our way. Candy K all day, Candy K all day, yeah. Candy K all day, yeah. She got that southern heart, that PNW. Ain't no stopping when her light gon' show. Every smile got a story to say. She's building peace in her own way. Love is turning out the race. Every season got its grace. We rise, we pray, we stay unapologetically stay. We live and we vibe it. Good love, we thrive it.